Protege Bowden Show. Welcome back, people. You know, it's me. Got my man Ed Slime, of course.
Slime.
There we go. Kicking it off, tonight, another late night episode, whatever. That's how we do around here. Tonight's discussion is our goals in life. Both me and Slime's goals in life. We both have aspirations of, what we wanted to do. Or we could just talk about what we always wanted to be when we was younger.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, let's kick it off. Let's get this going. Ed.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk
What's
to you,
up,
man. So, start off, man. What is it that you always aspired to be? You know what I mean?
Well, from the beginning of Slime's life, from Ed, Manolo, Manolo, Boys, my whole life, Sergeant Jackson, every alias I've ever went through, Vanguard, all that. What I've always wanted to be from the beginning of time, since I found out that I was going to be left-handed, I wanted to be an artist. That's what I wanted to do, though. Yeah, you know what I mean? Once I found out I was going to be like a left-handed person, I noticed that everyone else is not left-handed. Like,
that's all right. I'm left-handed.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The lefties, we got to.
Yeah.
So that's something we should talk about too as well. So
okay, it
had a lot to do with how I was going to shape the rest of my life. How I was going to get to be great. You know what I mean? Like what was going to be the stepping stone to being all that.
I got you.
Right.
So pretty much, like, what was going to be your big break as far as you being what you wanted to be?
Oh man, once I knew I wanted to be an artist, as far as like coloring pencils and regular crayons, and as far as shading pencils turn into calligraphy pens, and noticing like that's really what was something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to be an artist because I knew that I can draw, and I drew a lot of good pieces as a kid.
Okay.
I knew that was going to be something I always wanted to do. That was a goal. That was something that I wanted to set for myself.
Got you.
Before, before knowing what honing your craft really meant and owning your craft really meant. Before I knew that, I was like, I want to be an artist. I wanted to be an artist. I knew it was going to be different than the artistry of being a left-handed person in the world of art, period. It's something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's some very great left-handed artists out there. Like, fuck that.
That's true.
Who is a left-handed artist that raps? I don't know.
I mean, I honestly can't think of one right off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's some left-handed, talented individuals, man.
That was a goal of mine. I'm sorry, bro. At the beginning of my life.
Okay, I hear you. I mean, as far as being left-handed, I guess it's crazy because since both of us are left-handed, we think with both sides of our brain. Believe it or not, left-handed people tend to think with both sides of their brain. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people can't do. Okay, so. That's
just of the entire world writes with their left hand.
Yep.
1/8 of the entire world. So it's 8 billion people. So only 1 billion of the 8 billion people can use their left hand in their dominance. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean nothing too much in goals of life, but hey, it has a lot to play with me being a left-handed person. I always looked at a lot of things for myself because when the military found out I was left-handed, they was like, "Oh, you may want to try and shoot with your left hand." Oh, no, I'm going to use my right finger to do it. My right index finger to use.
Right.
So.
But that was, you just had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they were just trying to teach you since your left hand was your dominant hand. Yeah. They just wanted you to go with that. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think, like as you said, as left-handed people, you think that manufactures a lot of the goals that we might have for ourselves? You think that we think a little bit different, so we set our goals a little bit higher, or maybe off to the left or right?
Yeah.
a little differently than right. I mean, like because most of the world is right-handed.
Right.
So do you think that our
Right.
goals are set a little differently as left-handed people?
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I think being left-handed it's not common. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people, even right-handed people, they're pretty intelligent people as well. I'm not trying to knock them, but they try to mold us into their way of learning things or their learning styles. And like since we were babies, that's how you can tell what hand you were gonna be. By the way,
No.
you know, as an infant, you know, when you start picking up stuff with your left hand and doing things with your left hand, it pretty much, you know, right off the bat showing you like, hey, you're gonna be left-handed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and people look at that as like a not really something. It's not like a deficiency, but like I said before, it's just not common.
It's not common.
Right.
So that when
Yeah.
when we use it into pandemonium of taking the essence of being different and knowing what the goals. I can set a goal, and then I can work through that goal. I can work through that goal with anybody. But sometimes when it comes down to deciding to deal on a goal, that person could be with me the entire time and then see me pick up the pen with the left hand to sign the paper or whatever it is, and look at me like I may be different.
Right.
You know, this person, oh, you're a lefty. And they say it's like, oh shit, like you're a felon, or like, oh, you're a criminal. That's the way they say it, like, oh, you're a lefty. I'm like, oh, well, yeah. Yes, I am.
I feel like, you know, this shouldn't be me. I guess I'm more of a humble person, so I feel like there shouldn't be any stigma placed on any individual that uses their left hand or their right hand. You know, that's just the type of guy I am. You know, I really don't give a fuck like what hand you're dominant in. You know what I mean? I think, you know, character is just. I'm all about character for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, some
lefties got that character though.
Yeah, we do.
You know, a lefty,
do.
there's only a few of us out here.
Right, that's true. There are a few of us walking around using our left hand, you know. But, you know, like I said, I know that I'm a very gifted person, and so is my boy Slime. You know, in terms of pretty much using our brains. You know.
I think we slid off the topic though, my fault, bro.
No, it's all right. I mean, like I said, I wanted to. Since I'm gonna start off. When I was young, I actually wanted. It's funny because I wanted to be a doctor. You know, when I was a kid, growing up. You know, and I felt like you have to be a very intelligent person to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, you know, I'm not trying to say that, you know, people are stupid. You know, but you know, there's a lot of stupid people out there that can be doctors. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, but I wanted to study medicine and stuff like that. I'm actually familiarizing myself with like certain medicines out there and medications and stuff that's good for you and what's not good for you. So that was pretty much my aspiration. I wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid. But then I realized, I was like, yo, man, I don't know if I want to go to school for like 8 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, post-secondary school for 8 to 10 years. I was like, yo, that's a lot.
It will happen though.
It's a lot of schooling.
If you needed to,
you know,
you know.
But the goal could be reached because, you know, we have doctors today. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it was unachievable. You know, it was just unattainable. I should say.
So do you feel that was the goal that you set as a kid? You know what I mean? And then where you stand as an adult, that you feel comfortable in the ratio of where you wanted to be as a kid and then where you are right now as an adult? Do you think like it like equates itself? Does it equal itself out?
No.
I had to ask, bro.
No,
sorry.
No, it's all right.
You know, that's a tough question. I had to ask.
Right. No, it was just, I think. Let me put it this way. I'm happy as far as the careers that I chose right now. You know, even though obviously I'm not a doctor, but I call myself, you know, protege and / the scientist for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm not a doctor today, I know that I have traits of a successful doctor in terms of like helping people with their fitness or health advice on medicine. Like I have the knowledge or certain traits of what a doctor has. You know, even though they may know more than I do. You know what I mean? But you know, I've actually, it's funny because I had some health problems in the past. You know, I'm gonna share this with America. I had some issues in the past. I mean, about a year ago, you know, I had like a pulmonary embolism. You know, I'm gonna share that. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Look it up, people.
Look it up.
I mean,
all right, you know, DVT. You know, look that word up, DVT or pulmonary embolism. You'll find out what the hell I'm talking about. So, what happened was I did my own research and found out how to medicate the situation, how to get past this. Okay.
How long did that take though for you to do that?
If
you don't mind me asking,
nah, it's
like,
alright.
how long did
it's alright. It actually took 4 months. Okay, through some doctor's visits, you know, and actually, you know, listening to what the doctor was telling me, you know, and plus I did my own research on stuff, you know, to help me out as well, you know, but I felt like, you know, that was something that just made me more knowledgeable of my body, you know, in terms of like staying healthy and what I need to do to stay healthy, and you know, trying to get through this pretty much this, I wouldn't say disease, but a deficiency that was occurring in my body. No. It was just something. It was something that just happened.
Can be a disease.
It was something that happened.
So let it happen the way it needed to happen. Yeah. Don't say it. Don't bring it up and call it that, man.
Because it's not one.
Don't do that.
It's not one because it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Exactly. So it definitely isn't. You know what I'm saying? So I worked on that. You know, I did what I had to do. It's over now. Protege is good now, people. Don't worry. You know what I mean? I'm as healthy as an ox. You know, I'm running like fucking 9-minute mile and a half. I'm good.
and to my Jamaican people, you know, when I talk about the oxtail, you know, I mean, when I help in the oxtail, you cut the oxtail in there. And let me get the oxtail with small rice. For all my Jamaican people out there, you know, I mean, he's healthy as an ox. And I know he said it. I know because I mean, I need an oxtail with rice. I love you guys, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you gotta give the protege a standing ovation for even how much he told you, or even how much he felt on the goals versus reachable goals versus your entire self.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's always going to be a continuous battle.
Right.
And did you just listen to what he just said? The points that were made when versing goals and reality and how things are going to work out. He just really broke it all the way down. Yep. And on behalf of Protege Bowden and swearing from the heart for myself as Slime, I'm telling you guys, man, it's something that maybe everybody needs to know.
Mm-hmm.
The goals are going to be there. You got to chase them, achieve them, bring them, speak them into your existence, make them yours. Make everything that you do yours. So that when everybody try to come take something from you, you know whatever is there, they won't be able to take it.
That's right, man.
Claim what's yours.
That's right, man.
Protege, bro, and take it from you.
That's right, man. Definitely, man. You heard my man Slime. You know, definitely. I try to break it down to people. You know, to like I said, these are real, you know, life things that are happening. You know, these are real experiences, and everybody has goals in life. You know, and I know that was one of mine. I actually had. It's funny. I have not trying to toot my own horn. You know, I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to a lot of things. You know, I was actually just talking to my friend probably about a half an hour ago to an hour. You know, I was talking to her and, you know, telling her how, you know, how to basically, like, I'm very good at interpreting and analyzing people, you know, so it could be a bad or a good thing, you know, because I'm not so much of a trusting individual, I guess you could say. Like, well, let me put it this way. I don't trust a lot of people. Not saying I'm not trusting. I don't trust a lot of people. Let me just clarify that.
Somebody's going to want to know why you don't trust too many people.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Well, I guess I'll discuss it. You know, I don't want to stray too far off topic.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Tell them why you don't even trust
the thing is, I I don't trust too
Everybody
many
needs
people
to.
because, first of all, I think you know a little bit, Slime. Like ever since my childhood, that I don't mess with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I had this goal. Like I said, I had this goal in the early episode that I'm gonna make it, and you're not gonna be a factor in whether I succeed or not. Period. You know.
Period.
Not only that, I guess I was around a lot of people who just didn't care about themselves. You know what I'm saying? So since you don't care about yourself, then that means you don't give a fuck about me.
Period.
You know what I mean? So why should I be trusting of a person like that? You know what I mean? I don't think I have to break it down any further than that.
I'm clapping out here in the background, people, because you should be standing up and clapping
You know?
the same way. That's exactly how you should be feeling. You couldn't have explained that any much better than you did, or any more better. Excuse me. We're gonna correct our language here. Any more better than you have.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's respect.
You know?
Appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely, man.
Protege Bowling Show.
That's right, man. Like I said, man, we talk about, you know, we may talk about one specific topic that has subtopics in it.
Of course.
You know?
We were talking about goals. We're still talking about goals.
Right.
Still
Like,
talking about goals.
I
There's
ain't
all
gonna-
kinds of goals.
I ain't gonna front, man. Starting this show, you know, it's funny because before I had this thing, like I wanted to be in the movie business too. You know, if the whole doctor situation didn't work out, I actually wanted to do something that involved movies. Like I know a lot of, not know them personally, but I know a lot of backgrounds of actors. I know a lot of movies. I know when the movie came out.
Hey, yo, Protege, one of the
Yo.
secret things I've always wanted to do in my life
Uh,
was to become an actor.
yeah.
I always felt that I could be a good Hollywood actor or Bollywood or however, wherever you guys may need me, commercial actor or something. But
Yep.
just since you said that, you know what I mean, like movie business and stuff like that, I
Yeah.
feel like I was able to always compete with them
Hmm.
because of who I am
Right.
and who you are. You know what I mean? Of course.
You know, in your situation, like you're more of a performing arts individual. I feel like that's definitely where you belong. You know, as far as like the music business, like you're real heavy into the music. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, yes.
As I know, and I know you for
At
years.
Brain Poison,
Right.
at Manolo Minded. Yeah.
Right. You know, so I know that's definitely something you really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Since day one. You know what I'm saying?
Those are goals.
Yep.
We're just pulling out our deck of cards and looking at what we have as goals, you know, and these are like real conversations that you might have sometimes. You might have to get your homie up. Let's talk about some things that we want to really do in life, and like what are we doing right now, and what can we do differently? Where can we go from here, and what's going to happen after this? You know, I remember in minute 9 or minute 8, you know, we were talking about basically like the strict parts of goals, like what kind of goals we want to have for ourselves.
Mhm.
We know what we're good at,
Right. Yep.
and that goes to everybody in the street. We know what we're good at.
Right. Definitely.
You know, set a goal. You know, if you got a kid that you won't hang out with too much, set a goal.
Mhm.
Once a week. You know, maybe once every other weekend.
Right. Yep.
You know,
That's.
if you rap, I mean, write one song a day or something. You know,
Mhm.
if you're a tech guy, go ahead. Try Cyber 10304. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Just Google it, Cyber 10304.
Pretty much cybersecurity field.
And then just try it out. You know, try it
Yeah.
out. See if it works out.
You know, that's actually what my man the Don is studying right now. He's studying cybersecurity.
Shout out to the Don.
Yo, shout out to the Don, man.
Shout
He'll
out
be
to the
back,
Don,
man. I know he's having his fun right now. You know, so we'll see him again.
Probably
We'll get
saying, I know these. Ain't even. Yeah, I said it. Yo, Bodie said it first.
Nah, that's all good, man. He's cool, man. He's cool. He's all right, man. He's chilling, man. We'll be back. You know, we'll talk some more. But yeah, man. You know, what I'm saying is, people, ladies and gentlemen, always set a goal for yourself in terms of like what you want to be, and chase those dreams / goals. You know what I mean? Because without them, you know, you pretty much will be lost. You know, and don't ever give up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I never gave up, even though I had plan B's, plan C's even, you know what I'm saying? They actually worked out. what I'm saying?
Plan A
Yep.
was always prominent though.
Yep.
And me being your friend and knowing you for more than half my life, my nigga, you have always put the goals, set the goals, exceeded the expectations of the outcome of the goal. You know, and then you still live more humble than Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
yeah, man.
He's more humble than that, and that's a goal that no one will ever be able to set, because that's something that just comes earned. You know,
right?
You've earned the right to sit as humble as you are right now, and then that's coming from the Salam to the protege, man. I respect everything that we got going on right now, and I respect everything that you have done, because that was a goal that you set. You know, look, what kind of audience are you attending to? What kind of people are really listening to you? People are going to start spreading the word of what you have to say, because that was a goal that you set for yourself. So it becomes more of a mountain to cross for other people to just get right on with it. Like, you know what? If protege could do it, I could be a protege anywhere.
That's right. That's
you
right.
know?
Man.
Anyone can be a protege. You know. You're gonna learn that right here first from the Protege Bonus Show.
That's right, man.
Featuring Ash Slime and my main man.
That's right, man. You know, like I said, Protege pretty much got the tools, you know, from other people, you know. So that's why I call myself that, you know. If you guys didn't know that, but yeah. Also, you know, I wanted to actually ask this, as you know, since we're on this topic of goals in life, you know, Slime, who were some of the people that supported you for wanting to attain your goals? You know, who was the people in your corner?
One of the first people to do it, of course, was my mother. Okay. But the person that ever really told me that I can do the most impossible shit that I have even thought about was Coach Malcolm Burks. And he told me that you will be able to be a national champion. You will be able to graduate with honors. You will be able to get what was it called on the report card? The honor roll. You'll be able to make the honor roll from now until you graduate. I know you'll be able to make the honor roll. And I slipped. I missed like 3 quarters or 4 quarters of making the honor roll in my entire high school career.
Right.
You know what I mean? I made honor roll every other time.
Okay.
So that was always someone that I thought I had to share my, you know what I mean, intuition with, because that was the person that believed in me.
Right.
You know, and believed in me to do greater and better things than I would ever be able to do. I never knew that I could stand in front of an audience full of politicians, white collar politicians that work for the city of Newburgh. You know what I mean? And never thought I would be able to sit in front of them and talk to them and be able to spread the word that I felt to them and say it in such an intellectual way, because I went to school the entire time, and at least I went to English class, and I built a small vocabulary, and I can say some kind of words that they can recollect with and understand that it wasn't that bad of a hearing for them. Like, this kid just has to have his goal set in place. His coach right here with him. So,
right. You know,
I didn't want to stray too much off of it, but it's all full circle. It goes all the way right back to.
Yeah, it pretty much goes back to, you know, the topic really. You know, what we were talking about. You know, like as far as who were the people that supported us along the way. You know, so I felt like that was definitely something that was part of the discussion that we're having right now. You know, I mean,
I talk about some girls too, but I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, well, I know I can talk about that with no problem. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not. I'm not gonna mention their names, but I had some females that supported me along the way. Female friends, I'm talking about people. Okay. You know what I mean? They definitely was like, you know, one girl in particular. You know, she was like, Bodie, you know, she was like, you know, go for it. You know what I'm saying? You're a pretty intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing about, oh, you wanted to do this since high school. Da, 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 now you finally did it. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You know, Bodie wasn't gonna get distracted from what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And although I appreciate her words of encouragement, you know, so, you know, that actually boosted my confidence in terms of, like, you know, the goals that I've reached, you know, this far, you know, so far in life. You know, I've actually, you know, I got a lot of support from my mom. You know, I actually became close to my dad. You know, my biological dad. He actually talked to me and was like, look, man, you got a lot of, he's like, yo, you're smarter than me. It's funny, my dad said that I was smarter than him, and was like, look, man, you know, go for whatever it is that you go for. The world's at your oyster, you know. So, you know, and hearing those words from my father, man, it meant a lot.
You know, all your goals is right there.
It meant a lot, man. It meant a lot. He seen my report card a few times. It was like, whoa, man, you pretty much could do anything. You know, you know, pretty much I had, you know, straight A's for the most part. You know, so, you know, he liked that or whatever. You know, although I kind of walked around in the high school hallways with a chip on my shoulder.
Shouldn't have did that.
You know, it didn't affect my grades.
Shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
But it didn't affect your grades. But you know what?
Yeah.
Chip on our shoulder never does any